Dr. Y. Sujata, Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, BVC Engineering College, Odal Drive, Autonomous. Previous lecture we discussed the determine the shear angle and relation between different types of velocity angles, and construction merchant circle diagram, and different types of forces acting on the metal cutting in merchant circle diagram. What are the forces are there? And now in this lecture we discuss tool wear or tool failure, types of wear, tool life, cutting fluids, functions of cutting fluids, properties of cutting and types of cutting fluids. So, one by one we discuss the here. First, what is the tool wear or tool failure? Now we discuss the tool wear or tool failure. Here first we understand that what is the tool wear and tool life. First, during any machining process, the tool is subjected to three distinct factors: forces, temperature and sliding action. Due to relative motion between tool and workpiece, due to these factors of cutting will start giving the unsatisfactory performance. So, what is unsatisfactory performance or unsatisfactory working conditions? That means when tool gives the poor result is called as unsatisfactory performance. What is the reasons? What are the unsatisfactory parameters are there? How we identify that tool gives or to unsatisfactory performance means loss of dimensional accuracy, increased surface roughness and increased power requirements. The unsatisfactory performance results from tool wear due to its continued use. This will result in loss of production due to machine downtime. In addition to the cost of replacing or reconditioning the tool, thus the study of the tool wear is very important from the standpoint of performed and economics. Due to large number of factors over which the tool wear depends: hardness of the type of tool, tool material and type of conditions, workpiece and dimensions also, feed, depth of cut and tool geometry, tool temperature, which in turn is a function of cutting speed, surface finish, tool temperature and cutting fluids. The major studies of tool wear will depend upon the experimental observations, or we understand the tool wear. The life of cutting tool can be determined by number of, although they fail in brought into two main categories: gradual wearing of certain regions and annual wear. Gradual wearing of certain regions, face of the flank of the cutting tool and failure considering most desirable cases of the life of cutting tool is therefore the determine the amount of wear has occurred tool profile and width reduces the efficiency of cutting. So, it is replaceable. The second possibility applies when two cases: when resources of tool and resharpening the executed, the tool is does not allow the wear zones. Here type of wear zones are there. Gradual wear means slowly. Types of wears is depends upon the number of types of wears are there. Here flank wear, crater wear, localized wear, diffusion wear, adhesive wear, fatigue wear, crater wear, abrasive wear, flank wear. These are the types of the tool wear or failures may be classified. First we discuss gradual wear occurs in three principal locations. Gradual wear means slowly occurs in three locations on a cutting tool. Accordingly, three main types of tool wears are crater wear, flank wear, corner wear. Here we discuss the three types of wears in mainly in this figure. You observe that here major chip cutting edge and chip of the cutting tool. Here corner wear, this is the corner wear, and flank wear. Major cutting edge is the tool wear. Here flank wear and crater wear is occurs. What is the flank wear first? Where it occurs? What is the flank wear and where it occurs? Flank wear. This wear produces wear lands on the side and end of the flanks of the tool. An account of the rubbing action of rubbing action of the machined surfaces. In the beginning, the tool is sharp and the wear, the land on the flank has zero width. Very wear and land develops in the, you observe in the above figure. Here flank wear is mainly following the regions, how it comes and what are the regions it comes and means some regions are there. Absorption by hard particles and inclusions in the workpiece, shearing of the micro welds between tool and workpiece, and fragments of build-up edge blowing against in the clearness of face of the tool. Here flank wear means and fragments build-up edge flowing the against of the clearness shape of the fair. Here you observe that it is occurs on the tool flank as a result of friction between the machined surface of the work and piece of the and tool flank. A flank wear appears in the form of so called wear land and is measured by the width of its wear land. Flank wear affects the great extent the mechanics of cutting. The cutting forces increased significantly with the flank wear. Next, crater wear. What is the crater wear? In where it occurs? Crater wear occurs on the face of the tool and form of the pit is called crater. The crater wear formed some distance from the cutting edge and crater it significantly reduces the strength of the tool and maybe lead to tool failure. Several reasons are there here: crater wear, chip and tool face. And crater wear is more common in ductile materials which produces continuous chips also. It is more common in HSS tools, means high speed tools, high speed steel tools, or ceramic or carbide tools which have the much higher or hot hardness. The reason for noise wear may be one or more reasons is discussed. The tool material is too brittle and the result of crank and is already excessive static or stock loading of the tool, weight design of the tool and high positive rack angle. Next is the corner wear or diffusion wear. This wear, a corner wear, this occurs the tool corner. Corner means it is the last point or ending point. It occurs on the tool of the corner means tool ending point. It can be considered as a part of the wear land and respectively flank wear, since there is no distinct boundary between the corner wear and flank wear land. We consider the corner wear as a separate wear type because of its temperature for the precision of machining. Corner wear actually shortness of the cutting tool and thus increasing the gradually the dimension of the machined surface and introducing a significant dimensional error machining which can be used 0.03 to 0.05. In this diagram you observe this is the tool. Tool wear means what is the tool wear means you understand that in this slide. What is the tool wear, how it wears, you show the practically here. That is the face, that is tool is a face, and next is the tip of the tool and nose radius also. When it wearing or it gives unsatisfactory work and dull surfaces, it is called as the tool wear or tool failure. Tool life, it depends upon the tool wear and tool failure. So you observe that shank, that is the crank face, tool flame, and that is the tool. This tool as tool failure occurs only on the tool, that is called as tool failure or tool wear. So here single point cutting tool, that is the workpiece. tool. When in this way, here you observe that tool failure or tool wear occurs only on the tool. In this way, tool is called as, so this type of failures is occur on the rack face at top of the tool here. These failures are called flank wear. When the failure occurs here in this way, when the tool is called as flank wear, and when the tool occurs in this way, tool wear causes tool loss its original shape, ineffective cutting. What is the actual meaning of tool wear? Is the causes the tool to lose its original shape, ineffective cutting. The tool needs resharpening or we change the tool here. So modes of tool failure, temperature failure, rupture of the tool point and gradual wear at the tool point. Already previously we discussed gradual wears are three types: flank wear, crater wear and corner wear. And temperature of failure means plastic deformation on cutting edge due to high temperature, cracking at the cutting edge due to internal stresses. Rupture of the tool point means chipping of the cutting edge due to mechanical impact, crumbling cutting edge due to BUE. That is the uses and mechanisms of tool wear. Abrasion wear, adhesion, diffusion, chemical wear. These are the different types of wears are here. And where it occurs, what is the meaning of abrasive wear? Abrasive wear occurs when the hard particles on the chip passes over the cutting tool face. This hard inclusion having sharp edges comes in contact with the cutting tool and removes the material from the tool face, is called as abrasion wear. The soft metal sliding over the surface of the harder metal may contain applicable concentrations of hard particles. For example, castings may have pockets of sand in them. In these conditions, the hard particles act as a small cutting edge, like those of grinding wheel on the surface of hard metal, which is due to coarse. Next, adhesion wear. The excessive pressure at lot on occur between the solid face and the chip and the tool face give rise to an extremely high jump, is called as adhesion wear. Diffusion wear means when the wear occurs due to diffusion process where atoms in crystal lattice move from a region of high concentration to low concentration, it weaker the surface of rupture of cutting tool and leads to tool failure. When the metal is sliding contact with the another metal and the temperature of their interface is high, conditions may become right from the atoms from the harder metals to diffuse into the softer matrix, thereby increasing the latter's hardness and abrasiveness. And the contact of wears, this is the diffusion is phenomenon is strongly depend upon the temperature. Next, chemical wear. And a geometry of tool wear is flank wear means edge. It occurs the edge of the cutting tool flank wear, and crater wear is face of the tool. Crater wear occurs the face of the tool and flank wear occurs the edge of the cutting tool. So here tool wears are easily visible that where it occurs, crater means face, flank means edge wear. Face of the tool, flank wear, abrasion between the crank and workpiece of the accessory. This figure you observe that crater wear here, flank wear is the face, crater wear is the tool. When flank wear is 0 width, flank wear is the flank has 0 width, that is why flank wear it occurs. Next we discuss the tool life. What is the tool life? During the machining, the cutting edge of the tool is gradually wears out and it does not perform satisfactorily. When the wear reaches a certain stage, it is said to the tool and lost its utility and its life is over. So, it is called as tool life. Useful cutting life of tool is expressed in time. Time period is measured from the cut to a failure of the tool. The time period between two consecutive resharpenings and replacements. The tool life is defined as the time elapsed between two successive grindings. This definition assumes that as soon as tool is ground, it is used till its life is over. So, according to this definition, the tool life means acting time after grinding. The tool life is the most widely used in certain for the elevations of the machinability owing to direct bearing on the cost of the machining. The tool life is time interval between two consecutive resharpening between the tool performed satisfactory is called as a tool life. So, here the tool life, measurement of tool life is there, that is the measurement of tool life, the time or total distribution of the cases of high speed steel or time to produce 0.75 mm where the carbide tools. Here tool life is expressed in Taylor's formula, is expressed as the Taylor's formula. Tool life is expressed by V to the power of n is equal to C. Here B is there, but it is the n. V is the cutting speed, T is the total life, and n is equal to is an exponent. Values may be taken for n here 0.01 to 0.15 for H as a high speed steel and 0.2 to 0.4 for carbide tools, 0.4 to 0.6 for ceramic tools. C is the constant. So, what is the tool life formula here? V to the power of n is equal to C, and next above the V value and time when X and Y bolted, the tool life is depend upon the some common methods of the measurement of the tool life. What are the we need to measure that in tool life are machining time, actual cutting time, average length of the cut per tool edge, average volume of material removed per cutting edge, average number of identical components machined per cutting tool, the cutting speed at which the standard value of machine time or actual cutting time. So, what is the machine time? Elapsed time of operation of the machine tool is to be the cut may be internet of the nature. Ways of measuring tool life is number of pieces of work machined, total volume of material removed, total length of cut, limiting value of surface finish, increases in cutting forces, dimensional accuracy, overheating and fuming, and princess of chapter. Next, tool life also in tool failure where it occurs: flank wear, crater wear, nose wear, chipping due to the machinal breakage and combinations of effect plastic deformation. Indication of tool failure. How we identified the indication of tool failure? Already this day we will explain on this already. previous we discussed this. What are the factors here? How we identified what are the factors are there main we considered in tool life? Cutting speed, physical properties of workpiece, areas of cut and ratio of feed to depth of cut, shape and angles of tool, tool materials and heat treatment, nature and quality of the coolant, rigidity of tool workpiece. And next, indications also there in tool failure. What are the indications are there? Complete breakdown of the tool nose and excessive losses in weight of the tool due to wear, development of large side flatting fluids. Introduction to cutting fluids. What is the cutting fluids? During the metal cutting, heat is generated. As the result of the work done, heat is carried out away from the tool and work by means of cutting fluids, which at the same time reduces the friction between the tool and chip, between tool and work, and also the facilities is called as the cutting fluids. What is the main primary functions of the cutting fluid here? During the metal cutting, heat is generated, the result of the work done. Heat is carried away from the tool and workpiece, means of cutting fluids. Cutting fluids is also to reduce the friction between tool and chip and between the tool and work, both the tool and chip and tool and workpiece. Here three elements are there in cutting process. What are they? Workpiece, tool, chip. Here also same, in the cutting process heat is increases, and that process tool and chip between work and tool, workpiece and tool, almost it reduces the heat. This is the function of cutting fluids. It is a sufficient quantity of cutting fluid is properly applied, the heat can be removed almost as fast as it is generated, and the temperature of tool, workpiece and chip can be kept within the limit. So, cutting fluids, most practical cutting fluids have mineral oils or vegetable oil base, the mineral oil being more widely used. Therefore, the cutting fluids is one of the important and it's one of the important and therefore cutting fluids is one of the important aids to improve productivity efficiency. Before the discovery high speed steels, the selection of cutting fluid was not a problem with the mechanist. The machining was done at much lower speeds and wear was used as a useful coolant. With the development of newer tool materials and use of higher cutting speeds, the pot laying by cutting fluid was studied to greater depth. So, what are the functions of cutting fluids here? Most functions are there. The most machining operations can be carried out by advantages by using the cutting fluid. During the cutting, heat and wear inevitably produced due to friction and shearing action takes place, the chip being formed. Both heat and wear is undesirable in order to obtain the reasonable tool life and good surface finish. One way to improving the metal cutting operations by using cutting fluid. The cutting fluids can be benefit in metal cutting several ways. So, the various functions of the cutting fluids are, the first and foremost function of a cutting fluid is cool the tool and the workpiece. To produce the lubrication and to wash away the chips may be treated as its secondary function. It improves the tool life. It permits the use of higher cutting speeds and larger metal removal rates. It lubricates the chip tool and interface, thus reduces the kinetic coefficient of friction and keeps down the cutting forces. It improves the surface finish by protecting newly generated surface from the oxidation and corrosion. It reduces the formation of BUE and it causes the properties of good fluid. It should be have good venting characteristics for the materials being. It should not be gum moving. It should not be formed easily. It should be stable. Should not in use storage, and it should be odorless. It should be possess high specific heat and high thermal conductivity, high heat of vaporization, so that it removes the heat rapidly and have good cooling property. It should be non-corrosive, it should be non-toxic, it should be transparent, it should have low viscosity, and it should be suitable in use and storage. And next we need to know the types of cutting fluids here. Types of cutting fluids: neat oil, soluble oil, water oil, vegetable oil, and what are the oils? Types of cutting fluids: mineral oils, active EPA oil, inactive EPA oil, compounded oils, straight mineral oils. And next, mineral oils, straight. What is the first mineral oils? We know that mineral oils, straight fatty oils, compounded or blended oils. And here, what is a mineral oil? Mineral oils, generally cutting fluids have little effect on cutting efficiency, and when machining or the made in operate high speeds. For high speed machining, cooling action is very significant, the lubrication actions inefficient, the cooling of mineral oil blended with fatty acids like lard oil and oleic acid are called compound oils. They are suitable for machining for non-ferrous oils. They are not very popular because their low film strength of at higher temperatures. And one more time we discuss here what is the mineral oils. Mineral oils are blended with base coating oils to obtain the required properties for different machining operations. They are generally hydrocarbons having complex structures. The main constituent of these oils are paraffins and naphthalenes and aromatics. They are mainly used for light cutting operations. The selection of mineral oils mainly depend upon the fast print and cost, viscosity and lubricating oils. Soluble oils are water emulsion, milky and transparent and heavy duty oils. In thermal, in previous sem, you almost you know that all of you cutting fluids, what are the cutting fluids, characteristics and properties, and why we use the cutting fluids in thermal engineering. In combustion process, almost all you know that in IC engines. So one more time you repeat it. Here you observe that what is the cutting fluid we are. So in this cutting process, here air is used. Here you observe this. Cutting process. Here this is the liquid and the coolants are used. In this video you observe here number of cutting operations are there: soluble, cutting oil and cutting fluid. Here this is the in cutting process, in between they are used the cutting fluids. In this some diagrams are there here. This is the cutting fluid or cutting liquid. So in this way it reduces the heat, tool and workpiece. So you observe deeply, some diagrams are there here. Cutting fluids functions, what main functions already we discussed that. What is the functions, why we are used the cutting fluid means it reduces the it uses the cutting fluid result better surface, it gives a better surface finish and lubricates the cutting tool and thus reduce the coefficient of friction between the chip and tool, and as a friction gets reduced, the tool forces are also reduced, therefore the force consumption during the cutting is also reduced. It causes the chip be break up into the small pieces, it washes away the chips from the tool, it prevents the corrosion of work and mission, it removes the heat from the cutting zone, also reduces the thermal distribution of the work and permits the improvement in dimensional control. These are the different figures are there on slides. You observe that what is the cutting fluid here, and side one pipe arrangement are there. In this pipe arrangement they are used the cutting fluids or cutting liquids. You must be, it should be orderless, it should be stable in an use and storage, it should permit the clear view of the work which is specially desirable in precision. Tool wear, tool lives, types of tool wears, types of tool life depends, which is for of n is equal to c, tool life formula. And next, cutting fluids, what is the use of cutting fluid and why we use, what are the functions and what are the properties of are there in cutting fluids. So you observe that mostly. Thanks for listening this lecture. Next lecture we discuss problems of fundamental of machinings and merchant circles and chip thickness ratio, and what are the different forces are acting in the cutting forces. We solved on the problems.